Bueno, vamos a ver esta historia, la historia de Lizzie Velásquez. Estuvo este fin de semana en Monterrey en la conferencia Ser Más Padres. Ahí la entrevistó nuestro compañero Fernando Santillanes para conocer un poco más de su vida.
Lizzie Velásquez tiene 26 años de edad y fue considerada en las redes sociales como la mujer más fea del mundo. Esto es lo que opina del término.
I don't think I have a definition for that. I think having that video posted about me when I was a teenager was awful and very, very upsetting, but the word ugly is just something that I try not to keep in my vocabulary for any reason at all. So it's hard for me to say exactly what I would define that as.
Desde los 17 años ha participado en más de 200 talleres motivacionales y contra el bullying.
I would definitely tell the parents or the teacher to make sure that the kids are feeling that they're heard, and knowing that if they are to tell someone what's going on and feel like they're being bullied, instead of making the other child feel like they're in the wrong or need to be punished, making sure that you talk to both of them and saying what's really going on and how can we solve this so that we can help both of you.
Es católica y estudió comunicación en la Universidad Estatal de Texas.
I think just when you talk about bullying or having kids tell you what's going on, making sure and really emphasizing that if they do feel like they need to cry or feel like they need help, that they're not weak, and making them feel as heard as they possibly can. I think a lot of times we look down on kids, especially who are crying or upset, and that means weak. But showing them that being weak does not mean crying or asking for help, and really emphasizing that, I think hopefully will help many parents as well as teachers.
Nunca ha pesado más de 29 kilogramos debido a una extraña enfermedad que no le permite acumular grasa y solo la ha padecido ella y otra persona.
It doesn't really affect my self-esteem at all. I was recently diagnosed last summer, and up until that point we didn't really know why I was born like this or why I'm not able to gain weight. But now that we have the official diagnosis and know what's causing me to look like this, it doesn't really affect my self-esteem at all. It's never been something that has really affected me that much. So I think now that we know the diagnosis, it's in a way very reassuring for me versus making me feel bad about myself.
Hasta el momento ha publicado 2 libros, Sé Bella, Sé Tú Misma y Lizzie Bellísima.
I think the biggest thing that I could tell is that everyone, no matter where you're from, whether you're male or female or how old you are, we can relate to things like being bullied or feeling insecure. But I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned, especially on my YouTube channel, that my message isn't only for a certain group of people, it goes across for everyone.
Nacida en Austin, Texas, es hija de inmigrantes mexicanos y busca darle fortaleza a los niños que sufren acoso.
I think that the biggest thing for them is just to know that you're not alone in what you're feeling and not the only person who is going through whatever it is that you're going through. To give them the reassurance that there is a light on the other side of any trouble that you have, and to know that if you put on your best superhero cape and tell yourself that you can be very brave and courageous and that you're going to fight through the good and the bad, you will be able to get to the other side and things will eventually definitely get better.
Lizzie tiene más de 55,000 seguidores en Facebook, 34,000 en Twitter y casi 134,000 en su canal de YouTube.
My advice to the parents would just be to be as supportive as you possibly can, whether your child is young or older, and make sure that they know that you are their rock and you will be there to encourage them on the good days and the bad.
Milenio Noticias.